We've set up a Neolithic camp here so that people can see what daily life was like during the Neolithic. I've been doing some flint knapping, making some stone tools. I'm here with Sally-Ann, who's doing a mixture of cookery from the Neolithic using pots and quite ingenious methods of smoking, as well as making some needles, cordage and other textiles.
I am making an antler needle. Needles are really important because needles can allow me to move into areas which is cold because I can sew things together to make my clothes. I can decorate myself, I can put things on my clothes which would also potentially show my status. So a very humble needle, and here's one I made earlier, and we've got another one here with some cordage that I made. The earliest needle points were found we're going back to about 61,000 years ago, so a very long time ago. And then later on, we've got them in about 54,000 years with the eye in the bottom. The first ones found had just got the point. And they've been made out of bone, out of antler, out of wood. And the design hasn't changed. If you look at this needle here, it's a bigger version, but it's identical to the needles we have today.
As well as the activities that we think of from the Stone Age and prehistory, making stone tools and hunting, we've been showing some of the activities that are either more unusual or just less thought of. One of those in particular is grinding grain. We take flour for granted today that we can get from the shop, but in the Neolithic, to harvest grain, whether it be barley or lesser known crops like einkorn or emmer, takes an awful lot of work. As well as that, I've been showing how a bull roarer works, and the bull roarer, or sometimes known as an Australian telephone, is a very simple flat object. It can be either in bone, antler, wood or even stone with a hole on the end with a long string attached to it. It works in the air by whizzing it around your head, and the bull roarer spins in the air and it creates a very low humming or even roaring sound, hence the name. We think that examples like that would have been used in the Neolithic, and there have been suggestions they might have been used in the front of chambered or passage tombs and allowed the sound to echo off the inside, or perhaps to open a new monument alongside other rituals. But as with all of prehistory, it's very difficult to say for certain, and this is where experimental archaeologists like myself come in to try and answer a few of those questions. As for knapping or flint knapping, it's a craft that's quite close to my heart really. I've been doing it since I was about 9 or 10, but I was originally encouraged to have a go by seeing someone doing it on TV, and I was part of an archaeology club, the Young Archaeologists, and again saw someone doing it, and they just made it look so easy. It was exactly the kind of thing that a young boy could easily have a go at in the garden and be an expert that afternoon. And many years later, after a bit more practicing, closer to today, I have my work on display in Stonehenge, the British Museum, and you'll often see it on TV or me actually making it, so it's come a very long way. But today I've been showing people how, for some of the flint they might have extracted from sites around here at the Den of Bodham or around Skelmoor Hill, how they take a small pebble or lump or even nodule of flint and start to take chunks or flakes off the side and then work them further into tools, scrapers, piercers, knives, even arrowheads that end up in our museums today or still in the ground waiting to be found.